So that's kind of the world we're sort of going in with. So you start with a main settlement, which is centered when we first go in there. So this was a halfling settlement. And this is the world. You can sort of zoom in, you can zoom out.
And this is Arcanus, sorry, right?
This is Arcanus,
okay, perfect.
yeah. So,
yeah, it's very green and...
Yeah. I mean, there are different types of biomes that you sort of see there, from sort of tundra and green and wooded areas and mountains and volcanoes and a lot of water as well.
Awesome.
There's a fog of war. You can see the clouds. As you explore, usual thing, you kind of clear and explore. As you have units or settlements, they stay clear. Okay. If you move through a piece and then go, there's a slight sort of greying to that. So, yeah. So this is the city screen.
Yes.
Paolo's chosen our main city, which, as I said, was a halfling. Cornbury. There's some town names that we've got in. I just want to say, we went initially with the original Master of Magic town names, but there were places like Coventry and Birmingham, many places I lived in, which was as far away from fantasy as possible. So the dev team have gone in and tweaked them slightly for some of those. Yeah,
there are tons of different subtle differences compared to the original Master of Magic. Yeah. It's not like a completely faithful remake. The feeling is still there, but there are a number of improvements quality of life improvements in order to bring the game to a modern era.
Yeah. So this is the city view. We have two city views. We've got the kind of 3D in the world, and we have the map, the 2D map view. So the 2D map view is a little bit more detailed, shows the buildings that have already been built, a little bit of information of all the buildings too. And it allows you, as you're sort of searching the worlds, as you select on an opponent settlement, you can also sort of see which buildings they've sort of got in there in detail. So we have that. Just to sort of explain some of the stuff here, kind of bottom left, we have the units that are currently in the settlement.
Yeah.
So again...
That's the garrison, right?
Yes, yeah, that's the garrison. So we've got mainly halflings. We've got a couple of heroes in there as well. We've got a wizard. Again, all from the original. Zaldron and the barbarian in there that would have joined us at some point. So you get details there. You have top right, you have a little section on what the output of the town is. So I've currently got most of my people there are currently producing food. They're farmers, but you can balance it if you're building a lot of stuff or creating units. You can move them to workers.
I see that we have a natural resource.
Yes, we do, yes. So the dotted line around the city sort of shows its influence. So if there was minerals there, it'll help to the building. If there's gold, it increases gold. If there's wood, it means the sort of constructing buildings increases in sort of efficiency as well. Okay. So you have settlements where you can kind of create you have settlers that can create new settlements. So again, exploring and, I usually build things on the shore because that increases gold and trade and food production.
By the way, for instance, this town is inhabited by orcs, not by halflings. Like our capital is inhabited by halflings, but these ones are orcs.
Oh, that's right. That was one of the first settlements that I sort of captured while playing this game. Yeah. So if you look on the manage now, so this gives you an idea of how you create new buildings and also create new units. As you see, as Paolo's sort of scrolling up and down on the building types, I think in the original, you could sort of construct one building at a time or one unit at a time. We have a small kind of construction queue you can set up. And you can change between buildings and different units. Yeah. And I don't know, Paolo, if you just want to click bottom right through the different kind of units as well. There's a little arrow where it's one of two.
More to the right, under the units list. Yes.
Just to show there's kind of more orc units that you can get there.
Yeah. Since this is an orcish town, it totally makes sense that you can only produce orcish units.
Orcs, yes. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Also, as Mark mentioned, the construction queue is entirely new. It wasn't in the original Master of Magic. It's one of those quality of life improvements since the original.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So since we were discussing units, let's have a look at the army management screen, and maybe let's try to explore the map a bit, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so in the top right, there are a number of screens you can go to. The army screen. We see all the armies that we have. We can kind of go into each unit and sort of get some detail about them. We also have the heroes, and if we find artifacts, we can then assign artifacts to those heroes. I don't think in this one we have any artifacts assigned to them at the moment.
Maybe we'll get more once we fight some battles, but
possibly,
we'll get to that, yeah. What's that unit I see on Army 4? That's very interesting. So Paolo, can we have a look at it? Oh, that's a cockatrice.
Yeah,
nice.
So we've got a cockatrice. This is a summon spell that I had researched and then cast. So they're quite powerful, sort of mid-range, fantastic creatures. But you know, they fly quite quick, which means their movement over water, mountains is quite high.
Yep.
So I was using these to sort of explore the world.
Yep.
And I think these ones are actually, they had discovered another wizard's settlement as I was sort of playing that.
Yeah, just like with spells, there are so many units in the game. I believe you told me earlier there are almost 200 units, unique type of units.
I want to say 196.
That's very precise.
I'm quite happy for the developers to say if I'm wrong. Yes, there's 196,
nice.
Give or take, sort of different units in there.
Yeah, also wanted to mention that many strategy games have variations of the same units, but with Master Magic they're really, really different and diverse, and each unit type has its own particularities and characteristics and special traits. They're really unique and they feel differently on the battlefield.
That's true, yes.
Yes.
And especially when you come to the heroes as well, because you have heroes who have, I don't know if you can select the
yes, can we
wizard?
see one hero in Army 1?
So there's the...
Yep.
Or in fact, go to the cockatrices, Paolo. We could go there instead. So this is the cockatrices, and I just want to say, Banter, the sort of the settlement just to the left, that will be another wizard's settlement.
Right.
Discovered. Should we talk about the spells?
Yes.
As they're now in front of us?
Let us do it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, spells, of course, are central to the game.
That's true.
Yeah. So as Mark was saying, there are over 200 unique spells. This is our spell book currently. You can scroll pages like an actual book. Right now, we only have a few dozens spells, if I remember correctly. But you can already see that they're very, very diverse.
Yeah. Do you want to just turn the page?
Yeah, let's turn the page of the spell book.
There you go. So there's a few pages that we've got
yes.
currently. And all of these are researched. You start off with maybe 8 spells, and you research more as you sort of progress. You can cast the spells in the world map at any time. Each one has an amount of time to actually be cast, and each one costs an amount of mana to actually cast as well.
Yeah.
So I've actually got quite a bit of mana at the moment, so they're almost immediate, some of these spells.
Nice.
And we actually have, on the save game, the turn beforehand, I have finally cast a planar shift spell, which allows me to sort of shift between arcana. So I don't know if we click on the icons on the right, sort of our new items, units, and spells. So if I choose that, so I've now moved planes into Mirror, which is
this is Mirror.
Yeah. So this is a whole new world that sits kind of on top or below of Arcanus.
And we already found a settlement. That's brilliant.
There is a settlement nearby as well.
Brilliant.
There you go.
For instance, what's that thing with the yellow beam coming from the sky?
It is a place of interest
nice.
Where there may be gold and artifacts. You may get mana from it, but often guarded by fantastic creatures. So some are easy to conquer, and some will wipe you out because there will be too, you know, you can meet some pretty nasty creatures.
Sounds great. Okay, let's have a look at the magic, the spells research screen. It's just next to the cast spells button.
That's right.
Actually, this is the magic management screen. But yeah, we can also have a look at this. Here, Paolo is balancing our points between mana storage, research, and casting spells, right?
That's right, yeah. It allows you just to be sort of flexible. If you're getting low on mana, you can put up your mana sort of kind of creation just to get it. And you can also see where it says alchemy. It allows you to transmute between gold into mana and back as well. You can, if you're starting to run out of gold, but you have a lot of mana, you can sort of move things. But it's more information. It kind of, you know, the enchantments you control in the world, as you kind of create things, it'll kind of give you information about what you're doing there.
Awesome. Paolo, can we have a look at the research spell button? It's on the top, just next to the cast spell button.
Top center.
Top center. No, that's the magic screen. There we go. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so this is the spells. So currently I was researching a summoning circle, which allows me to, when I cast a summon spell, a summon smell maybe, a summon spell.
That could be a spell of its own, right?
It could be, yes. Yeah. Then the creature is created in your original city, where your sort of tower of power is, your wizard's tower.
Okay.
But this spell allows you to choose another settlement. So if you're fighting on a front away on the map, then you can start sort of summoning creatures kind of closer to that.
Okay.
But as a spell is researched, a new spell comes in that you can choose. And one of the ways of winning, there's obviously other wizards that if you defeat them all, you become the master of magic. But there is a spell which is sort of the spell of mastery. And if you can finally research that and cast it, and it triggers after a number of turns,
yeah,
you are the master of magic.
Yeah, but win. I think that when you try to do that, the other wizards won't be too happy.
They will try and sort of stop you from doing that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, let's have a look at diplomacy. A very quick look, because after that we want to get into tactical battles. So, Paolo, can you click on the diplomacy screen? No, it's the other button.
So it's the one top right, but not settings. Other way. There you go.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, so the diplomacy screen, say there are 4 other wizards in the world. You can trade with them. You can form treaties, or you can go to war with them. Yes. Depending on how you play in the world, if you attack Taron, for example, he will come and say, I am at war with you. And you can go back and try to sort of make peace with him, and he'll probably tell you.
Also, you can exchange spells.
You can trade, yeah, you can.
Yeah, let's try. Let's give them an offer they can't refuse.
Yeah, so each spell has a cost, so if you can match the cost.
Yeah, we are matching it. So let's try to click and confirm. There we go. So we have 2 new spells.
Yeah,
that's
so that
great.
would have traded new spells.
All right, so now I think, well, by the way, I wanted to mention something. You might have noticed there are some placeholder texts. Of course, the game has just entered its beta, so we're not ready to release yet, of course. It will take many, many months. We're just starting to get a lot of awesome feedback from players. In case you want to give us some feedback and help us with developing the game, you can still apply, and we will add more people in the beta as we proceed with the beta.
That's true, yeah.
All right, so now we have another save game, because we, of course, want to show you tactical battles as well. So now we are resuming the game, and we will load a battle that you have prepared. So what can you tell us?
Yes, so this is, it's a little bit after the game we were just seeing there. There's a couple of battles we could go into. When you actually go into a battle, when you're attacked, when you attack, when a settlement attacked, or when you attack a settlement, you have 2 options. You can have your familiar, which every wizard has a specific familiar, who will do the battle for you. And it's very much a kind of instant auto battle. And there'll be information sort of saying, 100% victory or 30% victory. So you have to kind of make a choice of whether you want to do the battle or not, or whether you want to do the auto battle or not. But you also have the option of going in and doing the battle by yourself, which is what I think we will be doing here.
Okay. So now we are at the world screen, and we are going to order one army to attack another.
Yeah, so if you just go up a little bit, Paolo, and to the right a little bit.
There we go.
There we go. We've got some beastmen, and there's a place of interest that if we move the turn, actually, if we go to the next turn.
Yes, we need to skip turn.
Yeah. I mean, the game is turn-based. We probably haven't said turn-based so far in this presentation, which is crazy.
I will hope that it's pretty self-evident, but yeah, you never know, actually.
So at the end of each turn, the opponent wizards are sort of moving their units, and as you can see, turn 372 we're on at the moment, which is up at the top. So this is a place of interest.
Yes.
Dark caves for mere shelter for the elements. But some may hide a beast lair. So we don't know what's in there at the moment.
Now we do.
Right, now we do. So we've got cockatrice. It's very bear heavy.
That's the unit we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. We've got some sprites, which are kind of little fairy creatures. And on the right-hand side is our unit. So this is a beastman. So in the game, I discovered some beastman settlements, which I've sort of taken over and started kind of creating various beast units. So we've got, if you right-click on those units, actually, Paolo, you can see some detail. So I've got one beastman magician. I think there's two beastman shaman, manticore. And with these units, so the beastman magician, for example, if you kind of find him, he has his own spell book. So he has specific spells that you can kind
of... the priests also do have some spells of their own.
Yes.
So for instance, the priests are healers, while the wizards will use offensive spells. Also, each wizard, the protagonist of the game, can also use their own spells to influence the outcome of a specific battle, as well as, on the world map.
That's right. So our familiar is saying there's a 80% chance we're going to win.
Yes.
But let's
so
see.
That's like an auto-resolve button. Yeah.
Let's see if we can not do worse than that.
Yes, let's try. So let's command the battle personally. Well, Paolo will. We will just command.
We will command the Paolo.
Yes.
So as you're attacking, the opponent has the first go. You have 50 turns in a battle. As you can see, turn 0 of 50. So, so some of the options you can see.
What do you think our strategy should be? Because we only have like one melee unit, and the other ones are pretty ranged.
Well, we've got the Minotaurs, which are pretty... They've got sort of like special shield abilities, so you get them at the front. Catapult and the...
Oh, wait. Sorry. Paolo is about to cast one spell. So,
okay.
Oh, a fireball. Yeah. He probably was... Yeah. He took our advice when we were saying that we should use spells in order to win this battle. Okay, those parts are actually quite nasty. I mean, earlier when we were trying the game, they were pretty squishy and...
The sprites will sit at the back and just keep firing.
Yeah, it's best to take them out earlier. Yeah. That's some heavy fire. I think Paolo just wants to take care of the sprites as soon as he can. So
some of the options here, you can obviously see the details of the units on the left and right-hand side, which gives you more information about sort of the health and the strength of each one.
So now Paolo is using Stone Skin in order to buff one of his units. In this case, the Minotaurs. So they are now buffed. They're more resistant to enemy blows. And time to get in the thick of the fight.
The Manticores. So some of the other elements, like in the top middle, we have a battle report, which kind of sort of says what's going on. We have, on the right, we have autoplay. So when it's your turn, you can switch on autoplay, and the AI will play for you. And we have speeds as well. So if you want to see what's going on, but actually times 4 speed, we have the ability there as well.
That's great. Now let's see what Paolo is doing. He's using his Minotaurs to attack the bears. Sounds sensible. Ooh, healing powers.
Can I heal the Minotaurs?
That's clever, yeah. I think it's just trying to keep the monitors alive as much as you can. Also, we should mention that units gain experience as they fight.
That's true, yes, yeah. They level up all the time.
So actually, you can also see that on the unit screen on the top left corner. You can see their level and their experience that they accumulated. So you really have to keep your units alive if you can. You don't have to, of course, but it's generally sensible to do.
That's true. I don't know if you want to show autoplay on here and just let... There we go.
So now the AI just sorting out the fight itself.
So so he was moving the shaman further away to sort of do ranged attack. You can have a drink now, Paolo. But yeah, the AI in autoplay will cast spells for the player as well. So it does use mana as well, but it should be doing for the best thing to win the game for you.
Yeah, I think we're almost done with the AI.
2 bears left, I think, to sort of take out. Let's just give them a little blat.
I really like how they really shoot from afar. Ranged units in this game seem pretty powerful.
And you can zoom in as well. I don't know, Paolo, if you want to just... Because I think you've been sort of zoomed out for most of that.
Yeah, so there's only 1 bear left. Ooh, what's that?
I think he probably either healed.
Yes, I think so. There was a buff of some kind. Yeah. And there we go, victory.
So we got a victory.
So this is the victory screen, and this is what you gain if you win a battle. In this case, we gain some gold, we gain some mana. There's a new item, a chainmail, nice. So that's the artifact you were talking about.
Yeah, so that means you can assign that to one of your heroes. So as you get these sort of these places, there's artifacts, there's mana, there's rings, there's weapons, there's staffs, there's boots. There are a lot of artifacts in the game, and I can't remember exactly, but there's a ridiculous amount. And later spells allow you to craft your own artifacts as well, depending on how much mana you want to sort of spend on them.
All right, that's cool, awesome. Oh, here's another battle. Well, let's have a very quick look. I think we only have a few minutes left, so just enter the battle, Paolo, and then we'll switch to a very nice surprise that we have for you. But yeah, let's have a look at this.
Yeah. So I guess we're going. This is a. Oh, that was awesome.
He wasn't feeling like fighting the actual battle. So.
Okay.
But yeah, we won again. So another item, unit abilities. That's really, really powerful. Well, I mean, those are neutral armies, so generally it's not really incredibly hard to wipe them out. I mean, it really depends, but what you should be worried about are other wizards. They're your competitors, they're your rivals.
Yes, that's true, yeah. I mean, it's kind of, it's, when you're developing games, it's lovely to see as they progress. And when a game like this, and with the, the AI of the enemy that is in development, 2, 3, 4 months ago, it's a different AI. And it's great playing kind of, weekly or every 2 weeks a new build comes in, and the AI just gets smarter and smarter and smarter. And it's getting to that point now where you can see the enemy AI doing little strategies as they're sort of coming in on your settlements and sort of trying to take you out. It's quite nice. So yeah, I mean, what we're seeing where we were just there are a number of wizard settlements. This is, I think, are these clacons?
Yes, they are.
Do you want to just tap on Tarul up there? So this was another one of the settlements. So I think we've got kind of, this is my stag beetle factory, basically. I was just like mass-producing stag beetles.
By the way, I really love the unit illustrations. They are so cool. They're amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are about to run out of time, but first, we have a special video from you. It's a video from the developers of More Games. It's a team composed of 6 people, and they have a very special message for you. So let's watch it.
Hi, I'm Yuki from Muha Games, and we're the studio responsible for the Master of Magic remake. So the last time I spoke to you was when we were at the very beginning of our journey, and I'm happy to say that we are now almost at the other end. So as I'm recording this video, we are about to begin the public beta tests, and by the time you see this video, hopefully they have been going for a couple of weeks. So yeah, reaching that milestone is just so exciting for the team here. I think as any game developer will tell you, when the game finally comes together in those early beta builds and everything is working or almost working. You can see all your hard work actually live in the game. I think it's great. We've been doing a series of development diaries over the last 10 months, and in the last one we've actually asked a couple of internal Q&A questions just to let people know how we are feeling or how we have been doing in developing Master of Magic. So I'll just give you a quick recap on those questions now. So one of the questions I asked was, what was the one thing that we most enjoyed so far working on Master of Magic? And the other one was, what was the most challenging thing we've found working on Master of Magic so far? I would say that the thing that we've enjoyed most and that we are still enjoying is delving into a very complex world that is just magical. I mean, it's such a big part of gaming history, and it's got in particular the skills, the spells, and just the game mechanics. They're all very complex, so you don't get those copy paste spells, I feel, in Master of Magic. I think every spell here has its own quirks, its own meaning, and I think that's been a fun thing to do. And then one of the things that we found most challenging, again, they link actually to the things that we enjoy more. So this wonderful complexity of Master of Magic comes as the price. And that price is that there's a lot of exceptions to the rules, the spells. So you have to quite often create mechanics specifically just for one spell, which you normally wouldn't, or we normally wouldn't do when we design a game. But anyway, so yeah, that's what we've loved so far and what we found challenging, but it's been a great process, and the beta is now going, and hopefully with the help of the community we will just polish this wonderful game and recreate it in the best possible way. So thank you for everyone who has applied and will be testing our game, and for those of you who didn't want to get in or couldn't apply, I hope to see you guys in early autumn when we hope to release the game. So thanks very much for listening to me, and bye.